Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming. Alright. Beginning recording 3, 2. Hello everyone and welcome to Sharp Dress Gaming, and today we're back with some more NPCC. This is week 5 of the 4th season. I almost said 7th season. And today we are up against Phantom Base and the New York Cosmogs. I'm going to be honest with you right out of the gate. I did not prepare well for this team at all. I put it off to the last minute. And it shows. It definitely shows. I also had the problem of I didn't know which 6 Pokemon I wanted to bring. There were so many Pokemon I wanted to bring, and they all did something. But I had to settle on these 6. So I did bring Vikavolt, Smeargle, Tangela, Mega Mawile, Crocodile, and Kingdra. And my opponent, whose team I will have in front of me in just a second. The entirety of their team at least. Where are you? There you are. Manaphy, Kartana, Dugtrio, Clefable, Chandelure, Muckalolan form, Medicham, Claydol, Mega Ampharos, Avalugg, and Crustle. And you can see the 6 he did bring were Kartana, Manaphy, Clefable, Chandelure, Dugtrio, and Medicham. So a very scary team, or a scary team. But yeah, I'm just gonna get into it. Like I said, I was not well prepared, and even during the battle, I was just really frazzled. But enough with the excuses. You're gonna see how this one turned out. I also have not seen this video or this battle for about a week. I'm doing this like last second because let me tell you, I'm not too proud of how I played in this game. So he's gonna lead off with the Kartana. I actually led off with Mabula, my Vikavolt, which can destroy this thing. So I'm expecting him to switch because Kartana really can't do anything. So I'm going to go for the Volt Switch. Or do I just go straight for Bug Buzz? I think I just go straight for Bug Buzz. Yep, I just go straight for Bug Buzz just in case for some reason he did stay in. He's going to switch in the Clefable though. That does okay damage. And it kind of shows me he's not specially defensive invested. At least not too much. But of course, it is still Clefable, so I'm going to Volt Switch out of here. And, that's weird. I don't remember EV spreads, but you'll see why that's weird later on. So, Mawile's going to come in. I knew damn well he was going for Flamethrower. I'm like, oh, I'll live one and be fine. So, and, like, it's weird trying to damage Calc as a Mawile, between a Mawile and Mega Mawile, because there's such a difference between the two of them in their defenses. And I just couldn't be bothered to switch it over to Mawile, so it's going to do a lot more than I would have liked. I knew it was going to do a lot, and I knew it was going to be Flamethrower, but he's going to switch out my Mega Mawile. It doesn't have enough speed to outspeed a Clefable who's trying to outspeed a Mawile who's speed reaping a Clefable. It sounds really weird, but that means I first set my Mawile to have one more speed stat than an uninvested Clefable. And then I put 2 more speed stats in case that Clefable wanted to go 1 speed stat above me, being 1 speed stat over. But anyway, catching back up to the battle, I put a substitute up expecting him to switch, or even if he did, I was hoping I outsped with my speed stuff. He's going to bring in the Manaphy who has the hidden power, and then I go for Play Rough. Almost knocks out the Manaphy, unfortunately does not. And Manaphy is going to switch here for the Whack-A-Mole. I went for Sucker Punch here. Expecting him to attack again, but if I'd gone for like Iron Head or anything, we would have been looking pretty nice. The Dugtrio is going to Stealth Rock again. Well, not again, but this time I do predict him to not attack, and I go for the Iron Head, which will bring him down to his Focus Sash, and that's nice. So I go for the Sucker Punch here. He doesn't attack this turn, so I'm like, is he Stealth Rocking it? But no, he goes for a Memento, which means that the Dugtrio kills himself without taking any Pokemon out, which actually is quite useful to me. But, I mean, my attack and special attack harshly fall, but he's just going to bring in a Pokemon that can deal with Mawile anyway, so I'm not going to stay in. There's just no point to that. He's going to bring the Kartana to try and pick up the +1. I'm not going to allow that. I know Mawile will faint to a Stealth Rock switch in. But I do have Rapid Spin on Smeargle this week, so I can get rid of that. I just have to get rid of that, and Mawile can possibly still take out the Clefable. I'm going to bring the Tangela, expecting him not to be able to do too much to me, because I am defensive, plus one of his stabs I resist. And would you look at that? I take it fairly decently, not as well as I would have liked, but Ghost Light, the Chandelure, is going to come in. I believe I leech seeded here. No, I hidden powered, which is hidden power fire, which actually does show me that the Chandelure is not flash fire this week. It is flame body. But if I was about to knock off, I should have knocked off, and it would have been a lot nicer. But I'm going to switch in the Kingdra, expecting to take like a fire type move. But he actually gets me pretty good here. Goes for Trick, and that would have worked out well for him either on the Tangela or this thing. This thing actually, once I saw this happen, I'm like, oh wait, I had wide lens. This Kingdra is supposed to be crit draw, and to do the crit draw strat, you need scope lens, not wide lens, so you can see how well I was prepared for this match and paid attention. So I get the Lagging Tail. I also didn't know what Lagging Tail did. I assumed Lagging Tail dropped your speed like a Paralyzed did, which would be 50%. So I go for the agility, I'm like, oh, I should be normal speed again. But this Clefable outspeeds me, so I had to look it up mid-battle. And it turns out Lagging Tail actually makes you go last within that turn of priority. So since both Moonblast and Focus Energy are the same priority, they go at the same time. So I'm like, well, damn it. Or I go last still. I'm like, well, that's kind of dumb. So this Kingdra is basically dead, so I'm just going to let it stay in to die. And he actually switches Clefable out, which was really surprising to me. He's going to bring in the Manaphy. I went for the Surf here because I couldn't Draco Meteor because there's a Clefable on the field. So I hit that Manaphy, and it just misses the KO by 1, which is going to allow Manaphy to KO my Kingdra. So Kingdra could have gotten a KO, but it looks like it was possibly a low roll on that. I didn't really calculate because I wasn't expecting Manaphy to come in, and I didn't really care that at this point I really didn't care we missed the KO there. So he's going to U-turn out into Medicham. This is pretty scary. I don't know if it's Choice Scarfed yet or not, and I don't really have anything good to go into. So I'm going to bring in Tangela, who can take the hits the best. I'm trying to figure out if he has Fire Punch too. He goes for the high jump kick, and I'm like, okay, maybe he doesn't have Fire Punch. He went for the knockoff. This gets rid of the Choice Scarf, which allows Crocodile outspeed. The Medicham, I was worried about with Crocodile because I am Choice Scarfed, so I do have enough. I had to make him Jolly to outspeed a Medicham that's max speed, which I would have rather had my Crocodile Adamant being Choice Scarfed, but that's what we had to do to outspeed the Medicham. And I do switch in my Vikavolt, seeing that he was high jump kicking. I'm like, oh, maybe he doesn't have Fire Punch, but obviously he does. There's a Mawile on the other side. But now that he's slower, I can bring in Crocodile, possibly pick up a nice Moxie boost here with my Earthquake. But he's actually going to switch out into the Kartana. That's fine. Anything's going to be taking a bunch of damage from the Earthquake here. And this actually did a lot more to Kartana than I thought it would, being a neutral hit. It brings it to almost 50%, but it's enough that I don't want to rely on a roll, especially with Crocodile. Crocodile's notorious for missing out on rolls. So I'm going to switch out into the Tangela once again. We can always switch into Tangela on this thing, basically. He's going to go for the Leaf Blade, which I resist like a mofo, so I'm going to eat that up. I'm going to eat that up, and then I believe I knock off here again. I think now I'm locking myself in a knockoff, which I should have done the first time. But yeah, I should have done the first time I brought this thing in on Kartana, but unfortunately not. So Tangela is picking up the KO on the Manaphy. We do see its Choice Specs, and then the Medicham is going to switch in here once again. I would like to get up my Regenerator, but I really didn't have a switch into Medicham, and he's actually in Baton Pass, expecting me to switch out. I don't know into what. And I went for Leech Seed here, stupidly. I should have, again, just went for Knockoff or something, but the Clefable's going to come in. We're going to see its ability at least. We find out a lot of abilities in this match, but it doesn't really help us. Because we can see the Leech Seed not activating, so it is Magic Guard, Clefable, which, again, doesn't necessarily help us. But I'm going to bring in the Smeargle because I see my opportunity to Rapid Spin, get rid of the Stealth Rock, so hopefully Mawile can come in and kill this thing. He's going to Moonblast. My Smeargle will be able to take that. And this Smeargle actually isn't Focus Sash this week, it's Leftovers, so, you know, fun times. Fun times, I guess. So I'm going to go for that Rapid Spin here, because even if he's like switching or something, at least I get rid of the Stealth Rocks, and then hopefully my Mawile can come in and take care of this Clefable, and let Crocodile do the rest. I would like to get Stealth Rocks up because it does help guarantee the KO on this thing. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen because he switches it in on my Rapid Spin. And I just have to bring... It does do a little bit of damage to help just in case Crocodile needs to go up against this thing. But I need to bring in my Tangela here again. It's the only wall we have against this thing. So Tangela gonna come in, gonna be able to take hits from this thing. We see the Smart Strike once again. His best play because obviously my Tangela is gonna be coming in on it. And then I believe I go for Mega Drain or Knockoff. I think I go for Knockoff again. I think I start being smart and going for Knockoffs again. Clefable's going to come back in. Nope, I went for Giga Drain, which is just fine too. I kind of expected a Clefable, I think, at the time, so Giga Drain's not bad, especially because we're seeing this thing's not very specially defensive, so I'm like, oh, it's like physically defensive, so good thing we still have Mawile around, because Mawile will be able to take care of it, even if it is physically defensive. He's going to Moonblast. I can't really switch anything in here at this point, so I just need to let Tangela take these, and then bring in Mawile to KO. I'm going to knock off so it's not getting leftovers recovery at least. And then Tangela's going to feint to the Clefable this turn, unfortunately. Or not this turn, sorry. He soft boils. Which is annoying for me to say the least. I think I misplayed here. I'm trying to remember what I did. Yeah, I Leech Seeded. I don't know why I did that. I should have just Giga Drained. I was mostly expecting him to KO me, and if he didn't KO me, to switch out. But alas, he did not, so I could have gotten a little bit more chip damage off on this thing, which you'll see in a minute. It matters. So I really should have Giga Drained. That was a really terrible misplay on my part. So I'm going to bring in the Mawile now. And I'm like, alright, dude, let's get it. And sure enough, this damn thing outspeeds me. So the Mawile is just going to go down. So that was another really big misplay. I could have just guaranteed the outspeed by switching in my Smeargle, who has Thunder Wave, and I could have Thunder Wave this thing. But I got too excited that I was going to outspeed him, and it turns out he was like, I don't know if he was max speed Clefable, or if he just had just enough speed to outspeed him while I was outspeeding him that outspeed me, that outsped him. I don't remember. But now I get the Thunder Wave off, which at this point it's just a hope for hacks, essentially, because Crocodile's not going to be able to KO with one Earthquake. So we just have to hope. I mean, he can't also KO me with one Moonblast. So I've got to hope to KO this thing in two, and then hope I get the high roll on the Kartana to be able to KO him. So we see that it does 50%. So I'm like, oh, okay, Crocodile. All you need to do is hit this thing, and then we just have to hope for the high roll on the Kartana, and hope the Medicham doesn't have priority, which I was hoping it didn't at this point because it was Choice Scarfed, and it lives on one. Crocodile, you frickin' idiot. Actually, no, wait. No, wait. I didn't have to worry about the Kartana, because if I would have KO'd that Clefable there, I would have been a +1, and the Kartana would have been dead. So we would have only had to worry about the Medicham. So Crocodile, being as famous as it is for missing out on KOs because of rolls, does it again to lose our first game of the season. To be fair, this is our first loss of the season, so I can't be too upset, but I am really upset because that very well could have been a win. I just played like an idiot, and I was not in the game. I was super frazzled the entire time. I don't know why I didn't just calm down. If I would have just calmed down and thought about moves like the Smeargle going for Thunder Wave, if I would have Giga Drained with Tangela, I put myself in a position to lose, and I feel absolutely like shite about it. Yeah, I'm not too happy with myself this week. I'm sorry, guys, for our terrible play there, our terrible plays. But yeah, Crocodile could have taken it. I asked him if he had priority on Medicham afterwards. He said, I can't remember. So, I don't know. He was Choice Scarfed, and we'd seen Baton pass High Jump Kick, Fire Punch. So, I don't know. It's still up in the air if we would have won even. But had I went in with Smeargle and Thunder Wave first, we wouldn't have gotten damage off on our Crocodile at that point. So, I don't know. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. And the biggest shoulda was play well and prepare. So anyway, guys, unfortunately that is our first loss. Fortunately enough, he gave us a KO by momentuming with Doug Trio, which I didn't agree with, because he could have just went into any Pokemon that would have killed Mawile at that point, which is most of his team. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to guarantee he didn't get KO'd by a Sucker Punch. That was probably the reasoning, but I don't know. And then we were able to pick up the Manaphy. Yeah. But anyways, next week, I don't know. I don't know what's going on next week. This league is so messed up right now because people keep leaving. The spreadsheet's never updated, which I'm very peeved about because I just want to know stats of everybody and what everybody's doing and where everybody's sitting. And like I'm currently recording this at 9 p.m. on the day it's supposed to be uploaded, and nobody has uploaded yet. So I don't know. This league's just slowly like deteriorating. I'm hoping it doesn't, but at this point I just don't know because like our next week opponent quit. So I don't know. I don't know who we're battling. Do we get another forfeit? Are we just going to wait again? Because we've already had a week off. It's just this whole thing. I don't know. We'll see, guys. I want to continue forward with this league, but if it's just like continuously like this, I don't see the point. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Stay sharp, everyone, and go wild charge. Remember, Phantom Base's link will be in the description below, so go check out his side of the battle when he uploads it. We'll see you next time, guys. Stay sharp, everyone, and go wild charge.